across Queensland right now, family businesses, farmers and all industries are feeling the pinch of rising fuel prices. And it's a stark reminder of just how important fuel security really is. When fuel becomes uncertain or unaffordable, everything else starts to feel it. We're already seeing what the uncertainty looks like. When supply is tight or prices spike, it creates anxiety for everyone. People start to worry about access, about costs, and about whether they can keep moving. And in regional areas where distances are longer and alternatives are limited, that pressure is felt even more. In an electorate like Merennie, fuel isn't just about getting from A to B, it's about keeping our industries running, food on our tables, our communities connected, and our economy moving. Agriculture is one of the backbone industries of the Merennie electorate, both in land use and on a number of jobs it supports across the supply chain, from sugarcane to beef, as well as mining and the critical port infrastructure that keeps Queensland exports moving. Every one of these industries relies on secure, affordable and consistent access to fuel. For our farmers, like the Barmount feedlot, Clark Creek, who use 600 litres of diesel a day to drive their machinery to mix the feed for over a 12,000 head feedlot. For mining, it's power operations and logistics. And our ports, it keeps the entire supply chain moving. If fuel stops, everything stops. Deputy Speaker, fuel security is first and foremost a national responsibility, and that sits with the federal government. I welcome that Queensland has taken a strong leadership role on this issue. Queensland was the first state to call out fuel security, with the Treasurer writing to the Federal Minister calling for national leadership and coordinating a national plan, unlike the federal government who took 5 days to realise we had a crisis. We have also raised concerns with the ACCC around fuel pricing, and we welcome the investigation into whether consumers have been treated fairly. Importantly, Queenslanders are stepping up and working constructively through National Cabinet to support the development of a national fuel security plan. Deputy Speaker, we're not just talking, we are acting. In the short term, Queensland is ensuring there is a clear flow for information to support the federal government in maintaining supply. We are bringing together suppliers and retailers to understand the challenges of the ground and respond in real time. But this cannot just be about the short term. Australia no longer produces enough of its own fuel to meet demand. We really are heavily on imports, hold limited reserves and sit at the end of a long and fragile global supply chain. When the chain is disrupted, it is regional Queensland that feels it first. That is why long-term solutions matter. The Crisafulli government is focused on opening up new areas of gas and petroleum exploration, security jobs, growth and energy security. Taroom Trough has the potential, which was mentioned by my good friend here from Hinchinbrook, to become the first major new oil province in this country since the 1970s. And that is an opportunity that we cannot ignore. Unlike my opposite, over the last 10 years, wouldn't touch something like that because they were too afraid to upset the people to my opposite. The Greens. Mr. Deputy Speaker, this just isn't about fuel. It's about
members
food
on my left.
production, exports, jobs and the strength of our regional communities. Deputy Speaker, fuel security is about certainty. Certainty for our farmers, certainty for our truck drivers, certainty for our miners, and certainty for families trying to get through the day, because here is the simple truth. If the fuel stops, Merennie stops, and it's a region like mine stops, Queensland stops, without us. Thanks.